he really stepped up in the second quarter in their game down south at Richmond. So it's going to be important for him to get stops when they need him.
Kobe Baldwin and Jack Cascadin in a great face-off matchup between two of the best in Division I. Walker Wallace trying to fight Baldwin on the sideline, and it is the long pole of Wallace who will pick up the first face-off for Cornell. Cornell barely escaping last week against
Matchup Firth has drawn the long pole.
Ryan Goldstein at X gets around GLE and forced away.
Now that's one factor in last year's game. Goldstein was not a factor in this game, and obviously he's become a big part of this Cornell offense.
What you say, the short stick on Hugh Kelleher, that's the first goal of the game. They attack that first short stick matchup right away, and what an interesting decision to put a short stick on a Tewaaraton Award watch list player in Hugh Kelleher.
Well, especially someone who dodges so much downhill. This is actually a pretty atypical dodge, just comes down the alley with his left hand.
Short stick on Ethan Long, that's Michael Bozzi covering him. Same, a short stick on Aquino. And the shot score. Both teams attacking the short stick matchups early. And maybe this prompts a change from both teams. You have deadly goal scorers who have been put on short stick matchups.
Well, I think what ends up happening, and here's a just patient dodge, right? That no slide comes to it. He gets in the middle. He's got the whole goal to shoot at, and it beats it across stick side.
Side with him. Chris Henning battle through the sea of white. His ball is still in. Now it's in the crease of Wyatt Nust. Still 22 on the shot clock. Hurst will initiate from well far up top. Slide comes. Waldman in a little trouble picking up the ground ball. We're going the other way for Penn State.
This is early in this game. You look for Cornell to try and figure out what their matchups are going to be.
Jack Amon got past this matchup and scores past Nust. The Rutgers transfer puts Penn State on top, 2-1.
Right, I mean, it's an opportunity here where if you're Cornell, you come in saying, I'm sure that the plan was to put the long pole on Trainer, and maybe they were even going to try and do some different things. So now you've got to decide pretty quickly. Penn State knew coming on the field who they were going to have personnel-wise, but Cornell's on the shot clock here for Cornell. So look for a quick hitter right here from Kirst. A little two-man game coming.
Two-man with Dalton. Kirst will fire the shot, and that bounces off Fracian, but it's a shot clock reset. Dalton will get it to Michael Long.
One Cornell.
Right place, right time for Andrew Dalton to pick up the rebound, and Michael Long with acres of space to fire it right past Fracian.
Yeah, and it was just a good opportunity, right? They get the shot clock reset, good ground ball, and just space, right?
Coach Busek said they've got to not let the All-American and Fracian get comfortable early. And they were looking for Firth for that dunk goal, like you said. Couldn't quite handle the pass.
I think Penn State was looking for it too. They knew that was going to come. Here's a fast break, 4-on-3 break with the long pole.
The long pole's Ryan O'Connor.
Still feels like both of these teams are still feeling each other out a little bit.
Just about to say that. Definitely a tentative period for both of these teams. What about Michael Bozzi nearly whipping the ball out of Wallstrom, but he's got the defender hung up. Matthews free. It's a low stop for Nust.
Along, so he's going to take him behind.
Kyle
They've been able in their ball movement to get him these sorts of matchups from time to time, and they really like it.
Long will score on the short stick. What a good job there from Cornell identifying Long on the short stick matchup against Kyle Aldridge, and the invert puts Cornell back in front.
Right, and you can see the defender here is just trying to take away his right hand, but he says, okay, well, I'll just take my left. You know.
Assists.
Cornell bench looking for a Ward there.
Matthews couldn't handle the hot pass. Jason Singer's going to
just a class guy. He's done it's hard to believe. He's been the head coach at Penn State for 15 years now, but he's done a really great job and made this a real hard-nosed team that everyone knows is going to give a great effort. A big part of
his passing emulates the blue-collar style that Cornell Lacrosse is made of. And Jeff Tambroni has this pass right on the doorstep. Finally, a score for C.J. Kirst. And shoving now as Kirst, a lot of action in between there.
Have a great look at that.
Finally gets on the score sheet.
Be interested to see if they take a look at this. He was pretty close to being in the crease here. Nice cross. This is a tough feed to make. Cross crease like that. Willem Firth finds him on the backside.
Especially with the offensive weapons now missing for Penn State. Much different feeling game right now. Aquino You know he wants one. Looks like it got deflected on the way in.
Yeah, Keno really sort of opportunities to position yourselves for automatic bids to the NCAA tournament start.
The Rutgers transfer, Jack Amon, has one goal, wants a second, and Wyatt Nuss saw that one all the way.
I think he'd like that one back. He just put it right into Wyatt's job working to get open. Tried to shut him off. They must have had a switch. So now it's very short time, though.
Under 10 seconds long. Will dunk it off for Goldstein.
Just a really nice job. That's now a 4-goal run for Cornell to be able to go with short time, just long as able. You see the slide comes. You get actually 2 guys moving, and then the cut to the back pipe.
Rocco didn't even make the trip. Trainer and Lehman are on the sidelines, but not dressed. And the ball was forced away from Mac Hobbs. He had tripped up on his way trying to make a dodge past Jason Singer.
I think it was the right call. They may have been looking for a push with possession there, but I think it was
right now. Kirst versus Ross. Once again, Kirst got around Ross this time. Tries to open up his angle a bit more. C.J. Kirst.
And that's one of the places on the field that he loves to dodge from. That low wing, he's able, Cornell, you could see, cleared everything out for him. Just brought one cutter through, and then just keeps going right through the stick, right? When you got to play him with to ride and get ground balls, he's just such an all-around lacrosse player.
Penn State will pick up a second straight face-off win, though, starting to equalize in that department. Shot, score. Wallstrom found himself free on the left slot.
And that's what I was just going to say. This is an important possession for Penn State. And there's the opportunity. Again, you see Aquino has the ball. He just sort of comes, threatens a little bit. And then Cornell was sucked inside, and a nice job of the pop out on the backside. Yeah, only 10 on the shot clock here. Cornell's got to go quickly.
It'll be Kirst against Ross once again. C.J. Kirst once again spinning away. 2 seconds, 1. Can Kirst get something off? Not quite.
And that was the flash double that came. The short stick defender for Penn State, Leary.
Parnham wants it. Gets the slide coming, and the flag's going to get called on Kelleher.
That is,
draw the flag against Kelleher.
Yeah, I mean, that was right in the back.
Still 14 seconds on the man up. Keno has some space. 5 seconds left on this man up. 2, 1. Shot, score. Hobbs, the man up specialist.
Yeah, and Cornell just stayed pretty packed there. They really didn't sort of extend much at all there. I actually thought Aquino, where he had gotten to on the field, would maybe try and take it, and then unfortunately Staub.
There's 35 left on the man up, so this will take us the rest of the way, and it will also be a man down now to start off the third half, assuming Cornell can clear. Another interception as Walker Schwartz on the ball. Possession here in the third quarter, trying to gain a bit of momentum, cut this into a 1-goal deficit. Penn State led at 1.21. That's before Cornell went on a 5-goal run, and Aquino shot blocked on the way in. Absolutely beautiful day for lacrosse here as we continue into the third quarter. Is that Michael Bozzi? Who left Michael Bozzi open for a goal-scoring opportunity? His second goal of the season.
Yeah, and it was sort of just slow developing. It was sort of one of these things where it looked like Cornell was going to pull it out a little bit, but yet you're able to see Bozzi get open, just able to take advantage of that opportunity.
Already halfway through the man up. And this shot is wide left. Looks like that was Danny Cadigan,
yep, Cadigan
one of two man-up specialists on this Cornell team, him and Rory Graham. And the pass to Cadigan is off target. Matt Dooley's trying to fight for it. Liam Matthews beats him there first. And so that'll end the rest of the Cornell man up. Full strength, shot, score. Oh boy, Alex Ross in transition. He's done a great job of shutting down C.J. Kirst, and he gets rewarded with a goal, his first goal in his prolific career.
Well, and Cornell, it looks like all the midfielders ran to the substitution box. And I was surprised there was a reset in there. I'm not sure the possession was ever really gained.
Willem Firth, another, that was either blocked on the way in or stopped by Fraysion.
Yeah, it seems like Fraysion's really seeing the ball.
State hailing from Calvert Hall in Maryland. Amon off of Nust. Only the fourth save that Wyatt Nust has had to make, but a great one there in his special.
If you're trying to get a defender on.
Now here comes this first midfield line for Cornell. They put the pull on Willem Firth. So Kelleher and Dalton will have the short sticks. Here is Dalton. Firth. It's been a long time without a goal. Let's change that. Hugh Kelleher says, you put a short stick on me, I'll take advantage of that. Second goal for Hugh Kelleher.
And for him, you know, he had a dodge very early in this possession here. He just seals out the defense.
Attackers draw on the short stick of Gilmartin. 30 seconds on the shot clock for Penn State. Beaton starts. Matthews left alone for a second. Almost gets past TJ Lamb. 20 seconds now on the shot clock. And the shot score. What a great job from Liam Matthews to fall down and still get the shot off.
I don't know if Wyatt Nuss thought that shot was coming from there. It was from a distance. He was kind of falling. He looked like he reacted a little bit late on the shot. Just comes across, just slowly. And as he's falling down, yeah, Wyatt Nuss is still.
Let's not waste any time. Fourth quarter getting underway here between Penn State and Cornell. The number 3 team, Cornell, leads 8-6 over the number 8 team, Penn State. And
they'll try and go quickly, but also not give up.
Beaton tries to wrap around, and it's an easy save for Nust. Bounces right into the stick of Gilmartin. Gilmartin has an easy outlet to Walker. Now Cornell back with the offensive possession here. The largest run in this game was the 5-goal run that allowed Cornell to take a 6-2 lead.
Here's that downhill dodge.
Dunk from Andrew Dalton. That's a specialty from Andrew Dalton to dunk right on the crease. And Hugh Kelleher, with his head full of steam, picks up the assist.
Well, he's not necessarily known as an assist guy, Hugh Kelleher, and he does a nice job there, uses the pick, and is able to just find Dalton and just, to your point, like it was a dunk. He just dunked there.
On a man-up situation.
Yeah, so this is a second midfield group coming.
He'll take TJ Lamb on the invert. Singer switches onto him. Now Wallstrom has Lamb. A goal for Wallstrom. And Penn State wants a dunk of their own. They'll get a dunk of their own with Beaton.
If you can do it, I can do it.
Yes.
That's what it sort of was. It just finds him inside. Cornell's defense got rotating here. You ended up with a change in matchup. Wallstrom gets the short stick and takes advantage behind. Plenty of time, 25 to shoot.
The short stick is Kyle Aldridge. 20 seconds for Michael Long. Works on his invert. Long up top to Kelleher. Ryan Goldstein. Oh, it's beautiful play. Tic-tac-toe for the Cornell offense.
That's
the Big Red are the first to 10.
That's the best offensive sort of ball movement that they got. We're able to get the ball rotated.
And Baldwin, once again, it's Cascadin who picks up the ground ball. Here comes Jack Cascadin. Shoots, scores!
And that's the thing that Jack Cascadin brings to this team. His ability as a face-off guy to handle the ball. As soon as he sort of got to this restraining line, I'm like, here comes a shot. I was surprised they didn't rotate it to it quicker, because if you've been watching the film, you know that this is what he's going to want to do. He got this ground ball with one hand, just steps in and just lets it fly, and they're going to get a timeout here. Both with strong goalie play as well.
The blue-collar mindset that Jeff Tambroni helped build here at Cornell. It's shifted over to Connor Busek as well. Busek and Jordan Stevens, both recruited by Tambroni before he left for Penn State. Somehow Long gets this behind Cage. The skip pass to Liam Matthews is in. Ever since that 5-goal run from Cornell, no team has found separations in the run department.
Yeah, and the Cornell defense got sort of out of sync there because of the opportunity before it.
The entire way. A little bit of step for Beaton. Shoveled in. Nust, a save. 8 saves for Wyatt Nust.
Ethan Long with the opportunity there for Penn State, using that as a way where you're bringing attackmen over.
5 seconds left, and Goldstein will pick it up. Fracion's out of the cage, and Goldstein will back off. Goldstein will take the shot now. He'll score against the 10-man. The hat trick for Ryan Goldstein has restored Cornell's lead to 4.
That's surprise. Defensive, they had a defender in the cage and he came out. Fracien was actually on Goldstein. So I'm surprised that guy, he's not going to shoot that if there was someone there, right? Even if it wasn't Fracien. Each with your stick that they're really battling for.
Another attempt at the dunk.
And that's in the crease.
Definitely in the crease. Hobbs is going to have to let this go as Wallstrom landed in the crease. And this should be another as up those All-American ranks this season as well. 20 seconds. Curse goes. Looks for his options. Willem Furt's all alone, and Willem Furt stopped by Fracien. And now it's Cornell on the clear. Ten-man once again coming for Penn State. And the 10-man forces a turnover. Aldridge wants a goal, and they'll pick it up.
And that's one where I think Wyatt Nust has to say, you know, I'm not going to make that risky pass, right? This is an opportunity. Just didn't throw it very well. It was well covered. You almost think about, do you just cheap it down to the other?
But Matthews was first. Under 2 minutes to play. Matthews tries for the dunk. He'll get it over the shoulder of Nust.
He didn't have a lot to shoot at there. It was pretty flat angle. But I think it was Nust moving that's what created that opportunity. He's almost just on goal. Yeah. And they've liked Matthews in this position down low. This is just how they went a second ago.
Garrett Glass is now on the man-up unit for Penn State. 1 minute left in the man-up. This next shot's low and it's in. Penn State's brought it to within 1. And they still have a minute on the man-up timer.
Wallstrom comes from behind there. Cornell just a bit slow getting to him. Cornell will release a midi from the midfield line.
2, 1. Full strength for the rest of the game. Shot for Mamo. He scores. We're all tied up at 12.
And boy, I think that's one where he just let it fly. That we haven't seen that range from him all game long, and just steps in, right? Just lets it fly. Just sort of an overhand shot, opposite stick side, ties this.
We'll start overtime. 23 seconds to man up for Penn State. Matthews to Amo, who tied the game. Aquino to Hobbs. Wallstrom. 9 seconds left. Aquino taking his time. And Glass lost it. Brendan Staub trying to fight for the ground ball. This is going out of bounds. Who are the officials giving it to? Penn State. Wallstrom to Amo. And Penn State will settle down. Aquino. Shot. Score! Ethan Long has won the game for Penn State. Down 12-8 in the fourth quarter. The Nittany Lions score 4 goals in the final 2 minutes and change. And Ethan Long is the hero in overtime for the Nittany Lions.